Hey, it's Wednesday, May 1st, and I'm going in to get my IVIG today. This is the fifth one I'm getting. I was supposed to be getting it this past Friday. There was a shortage of Gamma Guard, which is what I was on. So last minute, they realized that they needed to switch my brand. So they had to call my doctor, see what brand to put me on, and then get insurance approval. So I had to wait because you can't get it until the insurance approves each brand, basically. So this is actually the third brand I'm gonna be on in my fifth infusion. So the first two Gamma UNXC, the second two Gamma Guard, and now I think it's Privigen. So I have no idea what to expect, and I'm like thinking I gotta do all these things again. Like I'm hydrating and all this. I'm supposed to still get the fluids. I guess it's gonna be 25 grams. I don't know. The only thing about this is there's no copay assistance, which is what I had for the first four. Gamma UNXC and Gamma Guard have copay assistance, and the lady on the phone was telling me, she told my doctor about this brand because they had the assistance. Well, I called. They don't have a copay program. They have financial assistance if you don't have insurance or your insurance doesn't approve the drug or something like that. So I can't get any kind of assistance, but I've already met my out-of-pocket max for this year for my insurance, so I don't have to pay anything. I'm not supposed to be able to have to pay anything, but starting next year, I need to be able to switch back to one of the ones that have copay assistance because they help pay for that. And I'll get into another video with that because I haven't done that yet. So don't know how it's gonna go. Hoping my veins show up today. I'm like trying to get my veins to show up. Like I don't even know how to do that. Just hydrating, and we'll see if the side effects are any different by the brand, because that's what I was thinking with the second one. I didn't know if it was my body getting used to it or the brand actually helps. So this will be a good test with that. And basically they can put me on any brand at this point because it doesn't matter about the cost for me. The only issue is, which I'll talk to it, I guess, in another video, is the insurance charging a penalty fee every single time. It's a weird thing because of a date of the approval, and I'll share that in another video how I've had to fight that. So anyway, off to go. Same thing as usual. We'll see. I'm expecting to be sleeping later, and we'll see how it goes. I'll do videos throughout the week. Hey, so it's around 5:30 after my infusion. Went in this morning at 9, and it took them 45 minutes before they could get the IV in me. They stuck me in this arm. You can see a little bruise, but they had got it in there, and they couldn't flush it. They could not get the stuff to flush through, and it was very difficult, so they kept trying. And then they took the needle out a little bit, and then they were able to flush it, but they were worried about it being a long infusion, that if it's halfway out, it's gonna come out. So they're like, we gotta redo it. So then they went in my other arm, and they stuck me, and they lost the vein or something like that. So then they got the light and everything, and of course I'm not good with needles, so this is gonna happen for 45 minutes to start, and in my head I'm like, I quit IVIG. I'm not doing this anymore because it was just horrible. And finally, the girl started with the light thing on, and she got me a little bit further down, which that makes a huge difference when you're getting a long infusion because you don't really feel it. Like every time they've gotten it, it's been like close to like my hand. And you can't really move. You can't use your arm. You can't use your hand. And so when they actually put it here, they had told me it would feel better if you get it somewhere in your arm, and it felt much better. So once they got that in, they were actually saying, can we use your hand? And I was like, well, if you use my hand, can you use the left hand? Because we go back to only having one arm. So they got that in. I had fluids, which I felt like they ran slower than they did the last time, but that was for like an hour. And then I have, they changed my brand to Panzyga, I think it's called, not Privigen. They were going to put me on Privigen, but Panzyga supposedly has the copay assistance. And so that's why they were doing that, even though it doesn't matter right now, but for future reference. So if I do well on this one, we'll just stick with this brand. So that ran for, they did 20, 40, 60. 20 milliliters per hour, 40 milliliters per hour, 60 milliliters per hour. So for each hour, and then the 60 milliliters for the whole thing. So it was around 5 hours for that. So like total, I guess like 7 hours. I got out of there around like 4 or something and went in at 9. I didn't have like, I really think this one may even be better. I don't know yet, but I took a nap twice. Like I got tired, but I really got tired after the fluids. I was like, I need a nap. And so that has nothing to do with the drug. So it could be just like my body responding to, you know, you pushing stuff in and it just gets like fatigued, or maybe I just needed a little bit more rest or something. So I took a nap like twice for about an hour each, and I was up for a little while, and you know, I'll get like tired, but not like maybe like super knocked out. Came home. The only thing I felt during the infusion is when it hit that 60 milliliters per hour, I could start to feel a little head pressure. I didn't drink nearly as much because I had the fluid, so I didn't have to use the bathroom all day. Like, because last time I was like constantly drinking, I'm like, I don't need to do that if I'm getting fluid. So I did go to the bathroom from the fluids a couple times, but I didn't drink as much as I have the past couple of times, which was fine. So when I got the little head pressure, I started drinking a little bit more, and then I got like my neck, a little bit of stiff neck, and then like a little bit of back pain. Very little, like I don't feel it right now, like maybe a somewhat of stiff neck, almost like you slept wrong or something like that. And other than that, I feel okay. Like I'm not super exhausted. I'm tired. Like I will just go rest tonight because I just know I need that, and especially I have to work tomorrow, because I usually get it where I have the weekend, so I have to have a meeting at like 9 o'clock tomorrow that I need to go in. So I'm just gonna go to bed. Picked up dinner. I'm gonna eat, going to bed, and hopefully see how it goes tomorrow, because it's a work day, so it's kind of hard because I actually have to like do something besides lay down all day and recover. So hopefully it's okay. I'm feeling a little bit of head pressure maybe in the front as well, but I feel like this is probably the better one so far, from at least the day one. Like I'm not like super exhausted, just a little tired. So that's it. I'm gonna go to bed, see how tomorrow goes, and I'll update. I just wanted to add, I didn't have any fever during this whole treatment, and my blood pressure was low the whole time, like, which is normally low, but it was like 90/60, or like low. It never went to 120/80. Like it was never, which is normal for me. So my blood pressure never went up, and I never got fever, which has always happened. So that's a good sign. No fever. Maybe that's why I'm feeling a little better. So it's Monday morning, and I'm already ready to go to work, and it's before 8 o'clock, so that's a good sign. Last night I actually wasn't exhausted, so I kind of went to bed. I did some things around the house. I had like a little burst of energy, and then went to bed to like just watch a movie, and I wasn't tired enough to like go to bed. So I didn't fall asleep till about 9:45 last night. Slept very good. Woke up early, tried to like rest a little bit more to make sure I got enough rest, and now I'm going to work. I feel fine. In the middle of the night I woke up and I could feel like head pressure, like, oh great, maybe I'm getting a headache. I didn't drink a ton of fluids yesterday like I normally do, because I had got the bag of fluids, so I figured I would be okay. And within 10 minutes or whatever, that headache, I didn't even do anything. It no longer existed. I have no headache, no head pressure today. I feel fine. Like I'm not in any kind of pain or anything. I guess I would just say maybe a slight tiredness, but like I'm not like tired, like sleepy tired. Like maybe at the end of the day, like I will be a little tired. I don't know, but I really feel fine. Like it's almost like I didn't even have an infusion, which is great. So I'll see how long I make it through the day, because sometimes like overdoing it, like stressing or thinking or whatever, kind of wears me out, and then I'll be able to tell. So I'll get back on after work and give an update. Hey, so it's Thursday evening, and I felt fine all day, like as far as my health. Like I don't feel sick or tired. But a couple things. One, my forearm. Okay, like kind of I got the IV, not where that was the first, right here. You can't even see because it's not that big deal. Okay, so I got the IV here. Well, my forearm all right here is hurting. Like if you touch it, it kind of feels like it's bruised, but you don't see a bruise. And it's getting worse. And so I went to lift like something earlier, and I was like, oh my gosh, that really hurts. And it doesn't, I had a red rash on this side. It went away. So I don't know what that is. I'm supposed to go play volleyball tonight, and now I'm like, do I need to go play? Like, should I not play? Like, I don't even know what's going on. I'm trying to like research, does this happen and what is it? Maybe it's like the vein being irritated, but it's like not even near, because I got the needle here and it's hurting like up here. So I don't know what's in right here. And when I play volleyball, the ball's gonna hit like right there. So I don't know if it's gonna make it worse. So I'm concerned about that. As far as everything else, like energy wise, I feel like I can go play. And the only other thing I've had this time was, I don't know if that's my kidney, liver, on my right side. Like I could feel pain. I think it was yesterday in the area right here, which I think it was IVIG affects your liver. And I remember last time I got blood work, it was like very little, like the number was off like a little bit, like it was affecting it a little bit. So I need to make my appointment to see the doctor this month actually. So it should, she should do blood work, and I can see, you know, if that is any effect or not. So main issue, I mean, I don't feel that now, but I did. So I just wanted to mention that because it went away. And I'm like, is that because I didn't drink as much, but I had the fluids, or maybe like they sped up the fluids because it took so long to stick me with a needle that they were like, kept coming in, like raising the pump for the fluid part, not for the IVIG, because that would cause other side effects. I'm like, maybe they ran it too fast. Like, I know my veins are small. Like, does that have anything to do with it? So I have no idea. But that's it as far as fatigue. I'm going to see how tonight goes. If it goes all right, if anything worse with my arm, and then update tomorrow and see if there's any difference. But this one is totally different. Weird. I had a rash. My forearm hurts, probably from an IV, not the drug. I don't know. And the little bit of the side pain. But that's it for now. Hey, so it's Friday morning. Just giving an update. No big issues. I went and played volleyball last night, and you know, my arm was a little sore, but once I started playing, I really didn't feel it, and it's feeling better today, like to touch it and everything. So I don't know what that was about. I mean, it's a little sore. I can feel it doing different things, but it's okay. And that's pretty much it. So I feel, yesterday actually, after playing, I felt like I had a lot more energy, like I could almost clean my house or something. And I took an Epsom salt bath, and that actually made me tired because I guess like the heat and all that. And so then I went to bed at a decent time, and I woke up, I kind of was a little tired this morning. Something that always happens after IVIG is like my muscles get like tight, or a little bit of soreness. Like I need to stretch and stuff like that. So I can feel that a little bit, plus obviously playing the volleyball. But other than that, no flu-like symptoms, nothing like that. Just a little bit of body, like muscle tightness, I guess, is how I'd explain it. And I'm going to go to work now and see if I can make it through the whole day again, or if it's going to be different today. I kind of feel like a little bit of sinus clogged up a little bit, but nothing major. Don't feel horrible, and I'll update later. Hey, so it's Friday night, getting on real quick. It's late. Just giving an update, and nothing's really changed. I had a good day, worked all day, went out and ate dinner, so I'm not feeling any side effects at all. This is great. So no sickness, no body aches, no fatigue. The fatigue has gotten a lot better over the last infusion. So this was my 5th one. And I can definitely tell, like looking back, I kept thinking like, is this actually helping or not? And I can notice, I think that the fatigue is nowhere near like it used to be, because I used to like take naps at work and stuff like that. I don't ever do that anymore. So just giving the quick update, and I'm not going to do another video unless something changes this week, and I'll just end it at the end of the week and give a overview. So that's it. Hey, so it's almost 2 weeks since the infusion, and I realized I never ended the video, but I had also wanted to update because I went to my doctor maybe a week after the infusion. So I talked to her about my past 3 months, basically. Well, she told me, and I had a friend who had told me that the Panzyga had caused a lot of issues, like almost the aseptic meningitis and other side effects. Well, when my doctor walked in, she goes, everybody's been having, like, she thought I was having issues. Everybody's been having issues with Panzyga, and I'm switching y'all, and all this stuff. And I was like, I have not had a problem with Panzyga. Like, it's been the best one so far. But she was saying, like, every single patient she had on Panzyga was having bad side effects. And one thing is, it hasn't been around that long. So that's one issue, I think. And I don't know if I'd have an issue maybe with the next round, because I don't know. But she also had said my infusion place, I guess it's maybe their brand or something like that. And so that's why they were pushing for everyone to go on that brand, because they have that available. But really, there's no shortage of the Gamma Guard. So she's putting me back on Gamma Guard, which I had not as many issues as the Gamma XC, but I think one time it went a little well and the other time it didn't go super well. But it wasn't horrible. So I told her it wasn't horrible, and you know, we'll see. Maybe it's even just getting my body used to all this, and now it's okay. So as far as the side effects, like, I didn't have anything the first week. That's why I never got back on. And sometimes I've always gotten sick in between. Now the winter months are over, so that helps, and the weather's not going back and forth and all that. So I haven't really got sick since the last infusion. I had like a little bit of head pressure, like a couple days, like, or I may have taken 1 or 2 Excedrins since the last infusion, which would be the last 2 weeks. Not really the first week, but I guess it was after the second week. So I don't really know. Like I told my doctor, I don't know if there's any correlation to how I feel like a week later or over a week later, as like with the infusion. Like, is that head pressure coming late from I got an infusion a week and a half ago, or you know, something like that? Because the whole first week I really didn't have much, and so the one other thing that I realized is at work, like I was walking one day just to go to the bathroom and stuff, my bones were hurting. So then I started to question, this is after I had seen my doctor, so then I started to question, like, is this a side effect? Because I remember reading something about that, like your bones could hurt from the infusion. And so I was like, well, maybe it's a delayed side effect, and maybe there are issues with this brand because it's new and it's not really tested that well. She said Gamma Guard's been around a long, long time, so it's, you know, it's trusted and stuff like that. And then the other thing is the problem with my arm, like the veins. It's nothing like the first day or the second day it was that I had the pain in my forearm, but I was kind of almost having like a stinging pain, like in the vein of my arm. Like, I don't know if my vein's like healing itself or what, but it was like something with the vein in my arm. Not horribly bad, but I could feel something wasn't right. So I don't know if that's, you know, something as well, but nothing major. Like, I would not complain about this infusion at all. Like, I feel like it's going well. Like, overall IVIG is now doing well, and my doctor told me that, because I was talking to her about, I feel like I'm doing better because the last one I had, because of the shortage, I had to wait like, I guess 4 or 5 more days than I would have gotten the infusion, and I was fine. So I told her that, like, I almost went 5 weeks instead of 4, and I was fine. So she told me she doesn't think I really need to be on this forever, or need to take it as often, but she wants me to get through next winter. So, and then try to like wean off or something like that. So basically another 6 months for sure, and then get past, because we're in May, and then get past like the winter months, and then maybe go try every 2 months, and then maybe every 4 months or whatever. We'll decide that later. Because I was actually thinking, can I start weaning off now? But what she's saying made sense to me, because I want to like make sure that IVIG is making a difference, and I'll be able to tell. And that's what she was kind of saying, like I'll really be able to tell next winter if I'm getting sick or not. It's the IVIG is helping. But if I'm getting sick, like I was this past winter, like is it not making any difference? But if, she said I'll be able to tell the difference. So I'm almost hit the 6 month mark. That'll be my next infusion, and I can definitely tell a difference overall. Like I'm not tired at work. I don't take naps at work anymore. Like I can definitely tell a difference overall. So, and that took the 6 months. So I'm gonna get my blood work. I need to get the IgG level tested in my kidney tested, so I'm curious to know what that's going to be, and I guess I'll add that to the next video, because the last time I went down to now 25 grams because of the IgG level was kind of high, and the kidney function, or not kidney, I don't know if it's liver or kidney, which one, I think it's the liver, that was a little, the number was a little bit off. So I know IgG can affect your liver. But that is it for now. I need to do the video on the copay assistance, because I told y'all I would do that, and I will. It was a big mess. I needed to make sure it went through and all that. So I'm going to have a video on that coming soon. And then my 6 month after my next IVIG, I'll do the same thing. And then I'll give a health update, an overall update. So that's it. Hope everyone's infusion's going well. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment. If you have anything that you've done differently, or you notice that helps with side effects, or even a brand that works for you, comment, because that'll help me make my decision as well with going forward with different things. So if you liked the video or it's helpful, give a thumbs up so I'll know to keep doing these and not wasting my time. Hopefully it is helpful. So see you next time.